Okay, let's get started with our first project of this evening using our celebration sets. The first one I'm going to use is called Thoughtful Blooms, and the stamp set is on a £45 qualifying order, and the small bloom punch is on a £90 qualifying order, but the punch will be carrying over to the new annual catalogue, which is fantastic news. I love this stamp set, and I've had a few customers say that they really love it too. It's just so pretty and delicate, and so many things you can do with it. So you will find that on page 12 of the first release celebration catalogue, and the small bloom punch is up here as well. Okay, so this is the card that we're going to make, and this was one of my class cards. So let's just run through what you will need. So I've got one of my favourite colours, which is Highland Heather. That is just a A4 piece of paper, scored and cut in half. Pear Pizzazz is 14.4 times 10 centimetres, and then a Whisper White, which is 13.9 by 9.5 centimetres. As you'll see, I've cut a hole in the Pear Pizzazz. That was using the circle squiggly die from Painted Poppies, which you can find in the spring summer catalogue, and that will die cut a piece like this, which is very good. Then you will need a stitch circle framelit, which I've cut in Whisper White. Then I've decided that I was going to use the Noble Peacock rhinestones because they're rather pretty. And then finally, the ink pads you will need is Pear Pizzazz, Highland Heather, Gorgeous Grape, and Pacific Point. You will also need a rubber and a pencil. So let's get started. So just move these all out of the way. Okay. So you need to bring in your Whisper White cardstock, and also your Pear Pizzazz circle, and then just position where you'd like it. And then all I did was, using a pencil, was just making a little pencil mark so I know exactly where that sits. Okay, and then taking the Pear Pizzazz ink pad, I then used the foliage stamp from the the Thoughtful Blooms set. Okay, so just ink that up with lightly tapping, and then you can have this round any way that you want. Oh, really dropping that there. So I'm just going to have it slightly going off where that pencil mark was made. Okay, again just going off, and then I'm going to put this one round that away, so it's like almost like a circle. Okay, so when you bring back your round bit, you can see that it's poking out, if that makes sense. So just close that up. Okay, so then using your Pacific Point ink, let's move that out of the way. I'm just going to use this really delicate stamp, which is just fallen off my stamp block. That's it. And then I'm just going to stamp it where there's like a little stalk, but nothing's there, if that makes sense. So you can just put little flowers. And then that one over So you can always bring back your green circle just to give a bit of a guide where you'd like your flowers. Okay, I think I might just have one there. Okay. So we can put that to one side. Next we need to bring in our circle, and using the Pacific Point ink again. This time, instead of using Happy Birthday, I'm going to use one of the greetings on which is included in the stamp set, which says, "I'm always amazed but never surprised by your thoughtfulness." Okay. So just making sure I've got that up the right way. Just gently tap in the stamp in the ink pad. Okay, and that's come out beautifully. I'm going to put that to one side. Then you'll also need a scrap of paper, scrap of Whisper White. This is to stamp your flowers on. So I've got Highland Heather, and I've got the Gorgeous Grape. Put those there. And then I've got two flowers. So I've got the background flower and one that's got decoration on it. Okay, so with the Highland Heather, oops, another stamp that I haven't pressed hard to get the stamp sticking. I think they probably need a clean actually. So in Highland Heather, oops, sorry, that's Gorgeous Grape. Oh, never mind. Stamp those there. Okay, and then I'm going to go in with the Highland Heather this way. Okay, not to worry. Then I need my punch. Okay. So just line your punch up and then just punch out. You can see that there. Oops. The punching out all over the place. Okay. And then lastly, the last one. Okay. So actually put it to one side. Let's grab my flowers and then just put the ink pads away, out of the way. Okay, so with the decorative flowers, we need to put a small like a stamen type stamp. Okay, so I'm just going in. I hope this is going to line up okay, because I don't want to get my head in the way. Okay. That one's a bit off centre, but it doesn't matter. Okay, then using a ball tool, I'm just going to shape these flowers. Okay. Actually, I could use my rubber mat. Oops. Let's just bring my rubber mat in. Looks a bit better than using my hand, doesn't it? So you're just going to use a ball tool. If you don't have a ball tool, you can use your hand and your knuckle. Okay. And then just get in some multi-purpose glue. I'm just going to put a dab of glue, and then I'm going to add that to, oops, to the flower bottom layer, so it's just offsetting. Okay, you can see that there. Just put that like that. And again with the last one. Just offsetting it. Okay, so we'll just put that to one side just for those to dry off a bit. That won't take too long before that will dry. Okay, so whilst that's drying, we can then layer up our card. So just light glue dots all over. Don't need much glue at all. Let's just put that so that you can see. And then with your Whisper White, that can go like that. Then at this point you can actually rub your pencil mark out if you wish. So just gently rubbing. Okay. Then you can glue your circle down, but I have noticed I have still got a couple of bits that haven't been pushed out. So I'm bringing in my pick up tool. As you'll know, this is one of my favourite tools. You've got putty on one end, which is good for picking up sequins and jewels. And then on this end, you've got a pokey tool. And then if you take it out, you've got a spatula. And then it also does come with a double-ended ball tool, which goes on this end. Okay, so I'm just going to poke out those last bits from the die cut. Okay, just like that. Move that off. Okay, so this can then be glued wherever you wish to put it. Okay. And then with this one, I think I might actually put it on with dimensionals. So I'm going to just put 2 on there. Using my tweezers, getting the backs off. Okay. So that just gives it a bit of a raised effect. Okay. Whoops. We'll tell if I got that straight. I think it's because my card's not in straight in front of me. Okay, that'll do. Then I'm just going to glue my flowers. And then they're just going to sit on the end of the on the green circle. If anybody has a better name for this die, do let me know. Some of these dies or stamps, I just don't know what to call them. Let's push that down, and then last one. Can sit there. Okay. And then lastly, we just need to put the rhinestones on. I'm going to use the purple ones. Oh, that one decided it didn't want to go on the card. Okay, there you go. So that's our beautiful card there. And if I bring in the original one, you can see the difference that I've done an extra matte layer, and I changed the words and put different coloured rhinestones on. Hope you've enjoyed that tutorial. As I say, that is from the first release of Celebration, and I look forward to posting you the next video of this special evening where we will be saying goodbye to some of these celebrations, so it's the last chance for you to get your orders in. Anyway, thank you, bye.